All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig in a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er recap after our day at Pig in a Pickle in Corte Madera. Really a terrific day. Thanks to everybody who came out and enjoyed some great barbecue. The 49ers, and watched the 49ers beat the Cardinals, and the Niners beat up on the Cardinals. The final score 45-29. 45-29, 49ers very much in command. Now, the Cardinals scored first. James Conner went in from 2 yards out to cap a 6-play touchdown drive in, a few, like 2-3 minutes. And Conner was running the ball effectively early. And that gave Arizona a 7-0 lead. Deebo Samuel, though, with 12-yard score on the pass from Purdy, made it 7-7. 8-play drive for the 49ers in a little bit over 4 minutes. So you had a 7-7 ball game, and that's when Ward stepped in. And man, Charvarius Ward, when he's healthy and playing outstanding ball, he's a true impact guy, and he made a huge impact in this game. This 66-yard pick six made it 14-7. I mean, it was beautiful play by Ward, stepped in front of the pass, put it away, and then rumbled to the house. And just a tremendous run by Ward. So Niners had a 14-7 lead, and Mooney was just getting started. Prater connected from almost 60 yards out, 58, to make it 14-10. That capped an 8-play drive. And then you started to see the 49er defense starting to come into it a little bit. Nick Bosa had a big sack and fumble where Arizona recovered it. Brock Purdy then in this game was sacked, and it looked like he took a shot to the helmet, definitely in the head neck area. He walked into the tent, and Sam Darnold came in, and I thought we got a real good glimpse of what Sam Darnold really is. In a very short amount of time. He threw incomplete. It was just a little bit high. He threw it a little bit late and a little bit behind the receiver. And so you got a glimpse in a couple plays of what Sam Darnold, or why Purdy's special and why Darnold is not quite as good. I mean, it's not fair to Darnold because he's just coming off the bench. He didn't even know he was going to play. But you can just see the difference. Purdy's a little bit more accurate, a little bit more on time. So then Purdy came back in, and he found CMC for a touchdown to make it 21-13. And then Ronnie Bell made a huge error. And this is where this is going to be something the Niners have to worry about going forward. Just on a punt return, he fumbled, and the ball popped out. And it was absolutely going the other way until it was reviewed and he was ruled down by contact. But Ronnie Bell, going forward, if there's one thing that I think the 49ers probably got out of today's game, is that you got to protect the football better than Ronnie Bell has done it the last couple weeks, and that's becoming abundantly clear. Then Purdy found CMC for a 41-yard touchdown to make it 28-13, 4-play drive there. And then you saw James Conner with just a beautiful cutback run on the very next series, 40-plus yard run down the field, down to the 23-yard line, and that was an impressive play. But the Niners defense held and kept Prater to a 43-yard field goal, and it was 28-16. But the Cardinals did score their 12 plays, 81-yard drive. Then CMC scores on a 1-yard plunge to make it 35-16. And, CMC, I just love the way he ran right there at the goal line. I mean, tremendous force. They love to run to the left. They ran again to the left. And, CMC is just a very powerful runner running to his left in short yardage. That's clearly the direction the 49ers want to go in any short yardage situation. Then Mercado, I thought, had probably the biggest low light of the night for the Niners. His 49-yard touchdown run made it 35-22. And just shoddy tackling. I mean, the tackling on that play was just terrible. Fred Warner, I thought Randy Gregory both missed tackles on that run, and Mercado just gutted the Niners with that 49-yard touchdown run. And then the 2-point conversion was picked off by Tayshaun Gibson to end that. So 35-22 is where it was at that point. Then finally at that point, we saw JP Mason come in, and I was really happy to see Mason. not just because, McCaffrey looks like he's in pain, but also just split up the carries. J.P. Mason's a far better player than I think people give him credit for. He just looked awesome. I mean, he was just explosive. He had a really nice explosive run, great footwork, great effort. I just really loved what I saw from J.P. Mason. And then Purdy went back shoulder on that drive where Mason got into the game to Debo to make it, 42-22. And that was a flat-out dime. I mean, absolute dime. Purdy put it into the tightest of tight windows. I mean, that, you want to know why Brock Purdy's good? That's why Brock Purdy's good, because he throws passes like that. That was just an absolute perfect back shoulder in the tightest of windows, and he just stuck it right in there on Debo. And then Mooney Ward showing that he's not just having a good day, he's having a great day. He had a pick for his second pick of the day on a pass that was intended from Kyler Murray to Zach Pascal, and Mooney just stepped in, and the ball was overthrown. It was a little in route. It was overthrown, and Mooney stepped in, made the pick, his second pick of the day, and then Jake Mooney connects from 40-plus yards out to make it 45-22. And, I mean, the 49ers overall, I would say this was a very impressive win, the final being 45-29. Just from the standpoint of this was going to be the low-effort game. You got Baltimore next week. You had a bunch of guys hurt this week at practice. You got Arizona playing, Arizona's last game out was they smoked the Steelers at Heinz Field, and they looked good doing it. Then they had the bye week. So you got a rested, ready, focused Arizona team who wanted nothing more than to pull the upset. And instead, you came out and you put up, a ton of points and really dominated the action. So there were some low water marks for sure. I mean, some of the tackling was really subpar. The Dermercado, when they were watching that thing again, that's not going to look pretty because they missed multiple tackles and he ran right down the middle of the field. But I thought Diamador Lenore was really good in this game. Mooney Ward was really good in this game. Nick Bosa made a number of plays. I saw Javon Kinlaw pushing the pocket. And then the Niner offensive line did a really nice job, I thought, as well. Purdy came back from a pretty tough hit and made a number of plays. Purdy, once again, throwing the ball with tremendous accuracy. So that's really, really fun to watch. And the Niners get a win they had to have. Ultimately, it didn't matter what it looks like, just that they get it. But it is nice to see their offense really humming, and their defense, even without Armstead and Hargrave, still looked very formidable on all three levels. So good win for the 49ers for sure. Join us a little bit later on the post-game show. Kev will be alongside JD, Rye, Danny, everybody will be in the house. Baller, I believe, as well. And we'll chop it up and talk Niner football on the Krug Show. And, of course, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle. And we were here at Pig and a Pickle today all day. Check them out. They're in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. And then, of course, we're also brought to you by New York-style Italian sausage. The only kind of Italian sausage that I will eat is New York-style Italian sausage. And, of course, we're also brought to you by Marin Auto Glass. Check out Marin Auto Glass at marinautoglass.com. And thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.